perfectly.
Okay, sick. Hell yeah.
How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. Yeah, bro. So let's just start this thing. Introduce yourself, bro.
Um, Well, my name's Manuel. I design clothes. I like to do like a lot of one-on-one, do a lot of cut and sew and production, things like that. All around creative. I like to do a bunch of different things. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Long Beach, California, and I currently live in downtown Los Angeles.
Fuck yeah. So you like to, okay, so all over creative, which I fuck with. So where'd you start, bro? How'd you get to where you are? What was
I would say like, I guess just like as a kid, I used to like, I don't know why as a kid, I always used to say that I was going to be like a car designer. Like I was going to like make cars, and like, I swear, like I had like this notebook with just like these like cars that I like designed supposedly that I was going to like be, I don't know, it was just crazy. So I guess like that's where like it started. And then like in high school, I like started like cutting like my polo pajamas with like all the little horsemen on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like have like the bottom half of the legs, and like I was like, damn, I don't want to throw these away. Like this is like perfectly good material. So I would get like blank long sleeve shirts and then like just sew like a pocket of like Ralph Lauren material on it. Excuse me. And then that's what I would like wear like just to school, like with like everything else that, you know, just like as an extra piece and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I guess like then it started there, and then yeah, like just hanging out with all my homies. I guess growing up skateboarding, you know, like skaters, I feel like are just like, we're kind of just like really like talented in a way. I don't know, it's weird. Like if you like I mean, a lot of people are talented in like every, like, you know, everywhere, but I feel like skaters more in a way, just because like every skater I know can like just do a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like even like now, like there's skaters that are like modeling for like high-end fashion brands that are like, you know, like, got there like just through skateboarding. Like it's just kind of like crazy to me. So yeah, I think like just skating with everybody, that's where like it really just like came about, like seeing everybody just kind of become their own person creatively, like just their own style and like their bag of tricks and like what they like to skate and how they dressed, and like, you know, it was just like really cool to me. I feel like that inspired me a lot as I got older.
Okay. And I think it makes sense, bro. When you said that skaters do a lot of shit, I feel like that skater mentality, bro, it's a brutal one. You have to, you kind of learn so much through, like I used to skate, bro, and I still do, but not as much as I used to. And I just feel like it, bro, like you know how long it takes to hit a trick, you know, and only you can tell you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that shit for anyone else. It's really like
Yeah, exactly.
a work that you put onto yourself. And I think that it clusters so much determination into like one specific trick that you do over and over and over and over again until you get it. So I feel like just that kind of puts you in a position that you can kind of put that same mentality in other creative aspects of life.
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like I don't know, just having like a good set of friends, to like cool homies that are just like inspiring like that. Like you can like really like learn from, and they learn from you, and y'all are just constantly like boosting each other to like, yo, this is tight, but I think you could have like done this and it would have went crazier, you know? And like now you have like this crazy piece that you're like, whoa, like this shit's like even crazier than I thought it was when it first started. So I feel like that happens a lot, like between like my friend group at least. You know?
That's good. I mean, I think having a friend group, and especially one that is motivating, bro, it's a game changer, because
No, yeah, definitely.
too many people kind of get in these toxic friend groups that, you know, tend to drag you down. But when you figure out what's good and what works, bro, that's like it's a huge plus.
No, yeah, definitely.
So you started when you were young. That's dope, bro. I think it's dope to kind of put yourself in a position, especially at that age, when no one was really doing it. Because like now everyone is on their fashion designer type shit. You know, everyone sees the opportunity and wants to take it and wants to become part of this movement. But like someone that kind of started young, I don't know, shows determination. But when did you go from just making shit to being like, okay, this is what I want to do?
So like, yeah, I was gonna tell you right now, like, so in high school, you know, I said I was like sewing like the little like patches on my shirt to make pockets. But then like I didn't really like take it as like, oh, I'm designing or like I'm trying to like make clothes. Like it was just like, oh, I'm bored. Like I was on house arrest at the time, just for like not going to school and stuff. So I had like hella time on my hands. So I was just doing a bunch of random shit. And so yeah, like after that, I guess I just like went throughout high school, the rest of high school, didn't really care too much about it. Then I turned like 20. I think when I turned 20 is when I really like gravitated towards like wanting to like make more clothes, or like make clothes kind of. Like I kind of had an idea that I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure like how I was gonna do it kind of thing. So then I just kind of like started learning about that they I started like learning like different brands, I guess, like different designers. What else? Like just kind of like learning the art, I guess. Like, you know, I always like clothes and I always like looking fly and I always like looking good. But like I didn't know who like was creative director of this brand or like who was designing here or like what season. Like I didn't know none of that. You know what I mean? I didn't know what kind of stuff. Like, I didn't know none of these things. All I knew is that I like to do clothes. And then, so I guess when I turned like, yeah, like 20, I like started like learning a little bit through like YouTube and stuff like that. And then when I turned like 20, like 21, so I had like a little like clothing brand that was just like me like printing shirts and stuff. You guys will like see in like the documentary when it drops. It was called like Way Past Overdose, and it was really just like graphic tees. But then that right there was like my pivotal point though, because that's where I realized like, okay, I don't want to just do graphic tees. Like I don't want to be a streetwear brand where I'm just making like graphics and like shit like this. Like, you know, I want to like really be in control of the whole aspect of like making a garment and really like being able to control like how it looks and how it fits, how it like drapes. Like I want to be in control of everything. And so then I think that's when like I bought my first sewing machine and like still didn't know anything. Like I tried to go to fit them and like, you know, sometimes like I'm like almost thankful that they didn't accept me because like I learned so much just being in it. Then I think I would have learned like paying for an education there. You know what I mean? Like I went to fit them and it like, yeah, this is like the stupidest, funniest story like ever. Like, so I never like graduated high school or anything. Like I just like started just doing like what I wanted to do type shit. And I was like working. So I didn't really get to graduate high school. But then I went to fit them like, and they were like, oh, did you graduate high school? And I was just like I was telling them like, yeah, I want to go here, like, da, 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 like I'm ready, you know, like how can I apply for financial aid? And like this and that. And like, oh, well, have you graduated high school? I was like, nah, I have not. And they just looked at me like, what? Like, well, you can still get a tour. Like, we got you. Like, we can give you a tour, but you got to go graduate high school before you can come here. And then like, but before that, they had told me like, yo, you know, you don't qualify for like any financial aid, and like your parents can't like co-sign, so you'd have to pay like $1,800 a month to attend FITM. And I was like, damn, man, I can't afford that shit. Like, what the hell? And so yeah, like I didn't get to go, and then like down the line, I started learning from YouTube when I bought my first machine. Excuse me. And then I just like met one of my mentors. She kind of taught me like some of the ropes. And then I met like my mentor that I have now, and he really just like took me under his wing and was like, this is how you do this is how you do that. Like, and really just showed me the game. Like told me like, this is how much you should pay for fabric. Like this is how much you should pay if you're getting like over 100 yards. Like this is how much a sample is. This is how much a pattern is. Like really put me on game with everything. So like all those things that I was just telling you about that in the beginning, I didn't know. Like I didn't know who was designing for this. I didn't know who was like designing for that. Like, or I didn't know what this and that was. He's the one that really like put me on game and like really like showed me what's up. You know, he's been in the game for over 30 years. So I feel like with him, like just there next to me, I was like kind of unstoppable, like at the time. Or like right now, even now, like like my knowledge is so like I don't know. I don't look like I would know like so much about sewing, but it's like if you ask me to like put together a machine and like really like insert it and like put the needles in and get it ready to go, like I can do all that. If you ask me to get a 5-needle machine ready, I can do all that. Like, and I kind of pride myself in that because there's so many designers that are like, yeah, I'm a designer, like, da, 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 like, but there's so many like designers, or there's very little designers that are like making their own stuff, you know, or that can like even just go to the manufacturer and be like, oh yeah, I want it like this, this, and this, and like I want it with this, and I want it with that, like these threads, like, these needles, you know, this type of stitch, whatever it may be. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I really pride myself in that. Like,
I mean, you said a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna just kind of. That's why I got a pen because I have to write some shit down. But there's a few things that I wanted to kind of go through.
Yeah.
So first of all, bro, like what do you think is the real difference, or like in your opinion, from getting a classical education, so in a school, or just kind of doing that shit on YouTube by yourself and kind of pushing yourself towards that goal?
I feel like in a school setting, like you kind of have to learn at the pace that they're trying to teach you at. You know what I mean? And like I've never been to college, so I don't really know, but I'm thinking like they want to try to keep you there as long as they can. You know what I mean? So they're gonna like try to stretch out the course like as much. I feel like what I would have learned there in 4 years, I learned in 2, like really being in the field. You know what I mean? Like when you're in the field, it's like there's no time for fuck ups. Like there's no time for like, you know, it's like you fucked up. All right, keep it pushing. Like, let's go. Like, you know, it's time. Like, don't sit here and be so like sad and like, oh, I messed up. Like, nah, let's go. Bring it out again. Like, let's go. Keep going. And I feel like that's really what like the difference is. You know what I mean? Like when you're out here doing it yourself, it's like you can stay up all night and really just keep learning and learning and learning, which you can do like in a school setting also, but you still have to wait that whole time. You know what I mean? To really like, I guess, get like certified or whatever the case may be. Like.
Absolutely.
So it's like, why not? If I could teach myself, why not?
Do you think it matters, that certification, in the world that we live in today?
You know, I used to. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I used to really be bummed out, like, damn, I couldn't get certified, whatever. Until I met one of my other mentors that I met through my mentor that I have now. He like works for a really like big brand. I'm not gonna like name drop or nothing, but you know, he works for like a big brand and stuff. And so he told me like, you know, I didn't go to school for none of this shit. And he's like, and I'm standing in the same room as like this person and this person, you know? And like, I didn't like, and I'm doing the same thing as this person and this person. And like, and I didn't go to school for that. Like them shits don't matter. Like I'm still in the same room as all these motherfuckers. Like, and they can't tell me like, nah, you don't deserve to be here. Like I deserve it. Like I put in the work. Like, I did it. Like, it's like, don't ever let a certificate tell you like, you can't do it or you're not good enough or whatever. And ever since then, I was like, man, fuck that. Like, fuck that certificate. Fuck the school. Like, I know more than half the motherfuckers that I see out here, like, buying fabric that go to fit them, you know, like, that, like, I like, and that's not, I'm not even talking shit on, like, going to school. If you want to go to school and you want to go that route, that's cool. Just me personally, though, I like to just learn on my own, like, and really just be in control, like, and just really, I like to learn quick. Like, I'm a quick learner. Like, I grasp everything really fast and I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And so, like, I see people out here like talking about, yeah, I go to fit them. Like, you know, sometimes I'll just be buying fabric. I'll start eavesdropping kind of like as I'm waiting to pay or like just shit like that. And then like, you know, there'll be even times where like I'll see them making a mistake. Like, yeah, like I go to fit them. They're like talking to somebody else and like, I'm thinking about buying this zipper for this. I'm like, yo, nah, like get this zipper. Trust me. Like this is half the price and it's even better quality. Like just trust me. Like get this one, do this, this and that. Oh, damn. Like, thank you. Like, what? Like, do you go to fit them? Like, they're like, nah, nah, like, you know, not at all. I just like learned. And so like those moments right there, I feel like make me feel like, okay, it's cool that I didn't go to school. Like I know more than like half these dudes that went to school like that. The school is just really just for the certificate thing. Like, you know, I mean, maybe I could have learned more about like the marketing side and like stuff like that. But I mean,
Hey, you'll learn that too. That comes that comes once you're paving that way, right? Like now,
yeah, exactly.
You're in the creating. The marketing comes after the creating or during. You know, so it's something you learn along the way. One thing that really impresses me about you, bro, is that you've had mentors along your journey. It's like that's something that I rarely see these days. Like, and how does someone approach a mentor, or how does someone even get in a position where they can get mentorship by someone?
You know, one thing my mom always told me is closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I mean? And it's true. Like if you don't ask for help, nobody's gonna help you. Like nobody's gonna see you and be like, oh, maybe that kid needs help. Here, let me go offer my fucking knowledge. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna ask you. And yeah, most times you might get a no. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you are gonna get told, nah, bro, like I don't have time to help you. I don't have time to take you under my wing. But that one time is that's all you need. If you pay attention and you really want it, that one time is all you're gonna need because you're gonna take advantage of that and you're gonna learn more than you could really soak in. You know what I mean? I used to be with my mentor like all the time, like just standing over him, like just watching, like, and why'd you do that? Okay, and why? How come that looks like that and this one looks like this? Like, it's like, okay, well, and he would really explain to me because he could see how enthusiastic I was to learn. Like, you know, he could see like, okay, this kid is serious. Like, he's not just like trying to do this shit for looks. Like, he really like wants to learn how to make a garment. And like, so I feel like I don't know, like I don't know. I guess but I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
I think you answered the question. Like, the question was kind of like, how do you get there? And you were like, yeah, you got to ask for that type of shit.
Yeah, you just gotta. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just gotta ask for it, man. Closed mouths don't get fed. Like seriously, that if I would have never asked like questions, I don't think I'd be in the position that I am now. And I feel like that's something that people like about me a lot because I'm like shy, but when it comes to something that I need or I want or like knowledge wise, I'll ask. Like, cause it's like, what's the worst you're gonna tell me? Like, nah, bro. And now you look like a sucker because you look like you're scared to share your knowledge with me because you think I'm gonna be better than you. And like that's whack. You know what I mean? You can ask anybody and everybody that I've ever worked with, customer or client or anything, just associate homies. I always share knowledge. I always share distributors. I always share manufacturers. Anything. You know, like there's a couple, you know what I mean, that I might keep for myself just be, you know what I mean, because those are my personal relationships. But other than that, I'll always be like, yeah, I'll point you in the right direction because sharing knowledge is key. And in my head, it's like, if I don't give you like the tools to do what you want to do, like I'm basically telling myself like, damn, I'm scared that this was gonna pass me, you know? And it's like, I'm not scared. I'm confident on my whole craft. Like, I'm not scared. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's like the biggest thing, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just goes right into like the point of gatekeeping. Like too many people out here be gatekeeping. They try to keep all that knowledge for themselves, thinking that's gonna better them eventually. And it is, you're absolutely right. I think it is a very thing based off of fear. It's like, oh, fuck that. I don't want to, let this guy know my plugs and stuff. So I think it's confident.
Exactly.
Good. It's a good confident move to kind of be proud of the things that you've learned and keep sharing them on. I fucks with that a lot, actually. And in regards to like when you said, most designers, which is true, nowadays kind of just have a vision, write it down on their iPad, make a little drawing, and then ask other people to make it for them. Like, what do you think it's like real difference for you that you've noticed during your process when you had an idea and it started as an idea and then you actually applied it physically? Like,
so the thing is like, all right, the person that draws it out on their iPad, yeah, they could probably draw sick as fuck, you know what I mean? And like make it look super sick on the iPad. Me, I can't draw at all, like whatsoever. You know what I mean? I just pictured in my head, like I could show you, I don't know where the notebook is, but I did a drawing the other day and I was trying to show my intern. He said, what the fuck is this? Like, this is what, bro? And I'm like, oh no, look, this is the arm right here. And right here, you're going to do this. He said, bro, what? Like, this doesn't even look like right. Like, and I'm just like, nah, well, I understand it. You know what I mean? And in my head, it's already like made. So it's like the person that's drawing it, they got to wait till they find like that sample maker, that person to make their pattern, that person to bring it to life, versus me is like, I think it, I see it, and then it's just like, all right, like, and now making it. You know what I mean? I don't have to wait on nobody. Like, and if it is, it's for small things that I don't have like the tools for or something like that. Like, but I feel like that's like the sick. I think that's like the super cool. And also, I think it's like when the people that don't know about garment construction and stuff like that, like they'll go to a sample maker and the sample maker knows you don't know anything. They can give you whatever price they want because you don't know. Like, you don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. Like, you know what I mean? I know how much time it takes to make something. Like, I know how much, like for a pair of jeans, right? Like this pair of jeans right here. This takes me 5 hours, right? I charge $30 an hour, right? So that's like 150. Now, if I take this to somebody and they're like, oh, I'm charging 300 for the sample. I'm like, yo, 300? Like, I'm a seamstress. Like, I know, like, this doesn't take fucking 10 hours to make. Like, it's gonna take you, if you're been in the game for, like, it takes me 5 hours and I'm not even nowhere near like where I want to be. You know what I mean? So if you're like up here and you're telling me this is taking me 10 hours, then I definitely am not gonna trust my garment with you, because now it's like, one, you're trying to scam me because you think I don't know what's up. Two, if it's really taking you 10 hours, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, that shit's really like, and like three is like, once again, you're trying to scam me because you think I don't know what's up. And I hate that. Like, I hate people like that. I hate people that are like they just try to take advantage of fools that like they know don't know what's up. Like, it's like, bro, like they clearly already don't know what's up. Like, why are you like trying to fuck them over now more? Like, that's fucked up, you know? And so, yeah, I think that's the difference.
Like, when you make them too, like, have you ever found yourself in a position where like you made a garment and while making it, like kind of your errors and the mistakes that you've done brought you to like new ideas too? Like, Like, cause
Yeah, there's been times where like I'm literally in the middle of making a garment. Like I already had this whole idea in my head. Then I'm like looking at it and I'm like, ah, fuck. No, like, oh, I was supposed to sew this the other. Oh no, like, all right, fuck it. You know what? We're gonna add this here and we're gonna put this here. Okay. No, it doesn't look right. Okay, let's move this one here. This, boom, there it is. All right, cool. Like happy accidents. I call it like I'm like the king of happy accidents because like I tend to like not fuck up, but like I could easily de-stitch it and just fix it. But it's like sometimes you can't like fuck with the movement of that. Like it's like it already happened. Like I can redo the garment again and like make it how I wanted. But why not have one that's like mixed that just kind of happened naturally, and then have like the one that you had already designed prior? I guess you know what I mean.
I like that. Happy accidents, bro. That matters. All right, bro. So, hey, can you hear me or you can barely hear me?
It's my phone, bro. My phone fucking
Okay.
sucks. Here, give me a second. I'm gonna try to plug it into my speaker real quick to
Okay.
see if like you can still hear me when I'm connected to the Bluetooth. Give me a sec.
Got it.
Yeah, my bad. I couldn't like hear for some.
Yeah, I wasn't talking. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you great now. Can you hear me?
No. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Fuck. See, I knew that was gonna happen.
We tried.
I knew that was gonna happen too. I was like, watch, and I know this is gonna happen right now.
Okay, we tried. I'm gonna speak louder, bro. I'm gonna yell.
What happened?
I said I'm gonna yell so you can hear me. I'll speak
Oh, okay, sick. Hell yeah.
Okay, bro. What's in the years that you've had mentors, what's the best advice that you ever got from your mentor that you could give out to peeps?
The best advice that I could ever give, like pass on that my mentor gave me was there's a solution for everything in life except for death.
Okay.
All right. Like that shit you can apply to anything, anywhere. And like I swear, like there's a solution for everything. And if there's no solution, well then there's no solution. Like, why are you stressing? So I used to do this thing where like if I would fuck up a garment, I'd get like really, really upset. And my mentor would be like, why are you tripping? Like, look, there's a solution. Like, boom, boom, there's a solution. And boom. And if there's no solution, then why are you stressing? There's nothing you can do about it anymore. Like, and if you have a solution, then why are you stressing? You already got a solution. Like, there's a solution for everything in the world except death. Like, that's it. Like, and in Spanish, it's like para todo hay solución menos la muerte. And it's just like, damn. Like when he told me that, I was like, fuck, like, damn. And then he was like, si tienes solución, like, ¿para qué te enojas? Y si no tienes solución, ¿para qué te enojas? Like, you can't do nothing about it regardless. So I think that's like the best like advice that I could ever give like anybody, because it's like it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you either got a solution or you don't. And either way, why are you gonna stress? Like, you know what I mean? Like
you can apply that to everything.
Yeah, literally everything.
Phrase right there can be used at any time, any moment, because it's just death.
Anything, bro.
Is death, bro, and that's where it's at.
And it's like, oh, you're stressed, you can't pay your rent. Like, you either got a solution or you don't. Like, and if you do, why are you stressing for? And if you don't, well, then why like you fucked up. It's your fault. Like, you fucked up. You got no solution now. Like, it's okay. Just move on. You know what I mean? And so I think that's like the biggest thing. And then I think the second probably would be like Silk telling me about like you never give everything all at once, you know? Even if you have 10 colorways of one thing, you don't drop all 10 colorways that same drop. You drop one piece, you let them eat it up. Then, you know, whenever you're feeling cool again, you drop another piece, you know, and you're feeling all right, you can drop another, you know, and I'll always like remember that, because I used to try to flood my gram with like all my work and like, you know, like, oh, I'm working on this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, doing this, which is like cool, but I was like putting out too many things at once, you know, versus like now it's like I'm really just focused on like making one-on-ones and really just trying to get my whole little like a whole rack or 2 racks just filled so people can really come and like see the quality for themselves and really see the garments. Because I have a habit of like, I'll make a garment and then I'll sell it like like people will be like, yo, I need that, bro. I'll buy it right now. All right, fuck it. Like, I'll make another one. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, cool, run it. And then I have this habit of like getting over a garment when like I sell it. Like, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna make it again. I already made it. Like, why am I gonna make it again? Fuck that. Like, then I'll just make something completely new. And then it's like that garment never existed again. And then it's just like, oh fuck, okay. Damn. So now it's just one-on-one shit. And it's like I wanted it on the rack. And it's like, fuck. So right now I've been like very, very like on myself about like trying to sell my like one-on-ones and like pieces and shit. So like all those jeans that you guys saw the other day is like just a bunch of pieces that I have. So like super excited.
And
They're adding up.
I have a question for that. So yeah, because I mean, bro, like each individual one that you've made easily could be part or a collection itself, right? Like it doesn't have to be this thing where like you got to keep making these new ideas if some of the ideas work. And is that kind of what you're trying to build? Like, is that how you see that you're gonna build the brand?
Yes and no. Yes, because like I feel like that's kind of what I've been known for. People know me for like making outfits for like music videos and like performances and stuff like that. So and they know me because they're like, oh, I know like you only make one-on-ones. Like I know nobody's gonna have this. Like I don't have to worry about pulling up to the show and somebody's wearing the same thing, stuff like that. And no, because like I don't. Actually, no, yeah, I guess like that's how I'm like bringing the brand. It's just like one-on-one stuff and like not really trying to remake it. Of course, like I have like my ready-to-wear collection that like you saw on the documentary. But that wasn't even like something I'm gonna drop. Like I was telling you, like that's just more like for like to show what I'm capable of doing, like with nothing. You know what I mean? But literally working a job and like working this at the same time. Like so yeah, I think like the one-on-one shit is like where I really shine and where I think like it makes me stand out the most, I guess. That answers your question.
And in regards to the documentary, like what was your idea before you made it? Like why did you want to make a documentary? And
honestly, fuck. I didn't even really like it didn't start off as a documentary. It was more like we're gonna like kind of get the like be like behind the scenes footage of like the making of the runway. And then my homie just came with this crazy idea, like, yo, what if we just like make a doc, like a full doc? And I was like, yeah, that sounds fire. Like I'm with the doc. Like that sounds sick. Like, damn. But then part of me is like, damn, that's kind of egotistic. Like I'm gonna do a documentary on myself. Like what the fuck? Then it's like, wait, I'm not even really doing it on myself because my homie's the one that's like doing it on me type thing. So I guess it like works. And then yeah, it just got like really fun. Like I was like, damn, this is sick. Like seeing what people could like, well, like people that I'm close to. Like we're not always like telling each other like how we feel, you know. And so it's like to hear them like say these things like during an interview with a bunch of people around them, it's like, damn, like it was really cool. And like seeing all the people that showed out and like the camera crews, and because like it was crazy, bro. We had like 2 camera crews and like just had like everybody's like mic'd up, and like it was just like kind of a crazy little experience, to be honest. Like I felt like a fucking star and shit like the whole time.
That's sick.
So
when's it coming out?
What happened?
When's the documentary coming out?
It was supposed to come out yesterday, actually, but I guess like the editor for the magazine that was gonna drop it, they just like there was like a couple things that they didn't like with the documentary, and so like the director and the editor had to sit down and like kind of like work on it and get together. So it's just now it got delayed maybe a couple more days. I'm hoping sometime this week though, like by the end, at least by like Friday. So I've kind of been pushing it over for a couple of weeks now. So
okay, sick. And look, what I really like, because we saw it, what I really like about the documentary, bro, I think it's a dope ass way to kind of encapsulate a collection. You know, like you know how Silk is doing that magazine with like the comic book for his clothes. This is kind of like I saw that interpretation, but just for your stuff. And I was wondering, is that something that you see yourself doing again, kind of more recurring thing, like adding kind of videos to like collections type thing?
Yes. So the whole thing was this is like my lookbook. I didn't drop a lookbook. I didn't do like a photo shoot or nothing like that. I didn't do none of that because I wanted this like video to be like the lookbook itself. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like yeah, definitely. I love the runway shows. I love like giving people an insight into like how much work it took to make this happen, like how hard it was, like, you know what I mean? Because everybody just sees like the tight shit, you know, the runway show, you know, they get to enjoy like the vibe, but nobody really sees like the hard work that really went into like making all this happen. And so I feel like hell yeah, I'm gonna definitely be putting all this into like my next collections. Like every collection is gonna be different, but every collection will have a runway show for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, dude. I mean, I have all these questions, which are good questions, but I want to know about you, bro. Like, what are you about? Like, what's your passions? What drives you?
Shit. Damn. I mean, I grew up skateboarding like all my life. I love skateboarding. I was like pretty good. Then I broke my knee and I just like kind of just stopped skating like so seriously. And then took up designing. I love to like, you know, I love smoking weed. Like that's like me, like as a personality wise, you know, you're asking about me, like my personality.
I can't.
Give me 1 second. My bad. Somebody was calling me.
It's all good.
Cause I'm on my phone doing this.
I can see
Yo,
it.
can you go downstairs and go back? Please, because I can't let her up. I'm on the Zoom call. So my bad. I got what happened?
Hey, they calling you, bro.
Yeah, man. These calls, man. These calls. Fuck. Damn. Relax. It's because like to get up to like my building, you have to like, bro.
Dude, they spam calling you, bro.
Bro. So yeah, so fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah, so like I like to smoke, like hella, especially on like sewing and stuff. I kind of just get lost in like the sauce and just kind of I don't know, man. It goes like hours go by and I don't even realize it. Like I'm just sewing and sewing and sewing. It's so fun. But yeah, I grew up like with my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. Like I said, I was born in Long Beach, California. I just always just like a cool, like quiet kid, I guess. Never really like, did too much. And yeah, I don't know. I like all types of music, I guess. I don't know. I like to collect little things. I don't know. I don't really know what to say once. I have
Hey,
two
dude,
dogs.
that's perfect. No, this is what I want, bro.
One dog that's right here.
Okay.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Jump. One dog right here.
Oh wow, it's a big dog, bro.
Yeah.
What breed is this?
He's a cane corso.
That's beautiful, bro.
And I think he's like mixed with like a pit or something.
Yeah, he looks a little mixed, huh?
Yeah, he's super big. He thinks he's a baby.
Yeah.
It was huge though. But yeah, so I have two dogs. This is one of them. Good job. There's the other one. Come here, Chloe. Come here. Come here. Come here, Chloe. Where you at? She's not trying to come right now. She's like, I'm playing with this ball. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so I have two dogs. She'll come sooner or later. So I have two dogs. Yeah, I've had them for a couple years now. I'm definitely a dog dad. I treat my dogs like if they were fucking kids, I swear. They get spoiled. They just live the life for sure. This one's right here. Like he's like, oh, you gave me attention. It's too late now.
Over.
He's like, I'm not leaving. Yeah, and I have two brothers.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, I have two brothers. And yeah, I just like to make clothes. Really, that's pretty much all there is to me.
Hey, what about your glasses, bro? Did you make them? Is it done on purpose?
No, they actually came like that.
Oh, they came like that. Okay, fuck. That's sick.
They're like, I think they're like off-white knockoffs, to be honest, but
They look good.
they're cool. They're
Yeah.
super, super sick.
So
I love fuck with them.
does smoking weed help you?
Yeah, this is my intern. Come here, Steven. Like, this is my intern, Steven, right here.
What's up?
And
Steve?
shout out to this guy. You know, we gotta give him some camera time too. You feel me?
Yeah.
This food, man, he's with me all day, every day. Look at him. Look at he thinks he looks cool. Look at him. Nah, man, he's with me all day, every day. I love this kid to death. He's like just with me 24/7. He stays up late as fuck with me till like 3, 4 in the morning, just really just doing whatever it is that I need him to do. So we really get shit done.
You teach him some shit?
What happened?
You teaching him some shit too?
Yeah. No, he designs himself also. And he knows how to sew a little bit. So he's definitely, you know, getting the ropes, and he's definitely learning some stuff. You know, we just got people running to the back.
Oh,
But yeah, no, he definitely puts in mad work, and I love that kid. Like if he came out of my mom, like so he's like my little brother.
see, that's what's valuable, bro. Like having people like that around you,
Yeah.
it's fucking, it's the most valuable. And do you think the weed helps, bro, when you smoking for the
Yeah, man. You know, most people would be like, nah, I get lazy. You just like, and don't get me wrong, I get lazy too, but you just gotta get like, if you smoke, you gotta get past that, like, because once you get on that machine, to me, at least to me, like I'll be smoking, like laying on my bed. I'm like, damn, I gotta sell right now. Then I'll stop smoking. I'm like, I'm lazy now. Like, I don't want to smoke. I mean, I don't want to like go sew. And then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I just get up. Like, I come to the sewing machine, I crack my back. I'll just like play some Mac Miller or something. And then just like let the whole album play. Like my favorite album to like sew to is Faces.
bro.
And like these are like the two things that I'll always sew to. It's like Faces or like this like this playlist that my girl made me. And it's just like a bunch of oldies, like a bunch of like sick ass oldies and shit. And so I just let that whole shit just play, and it's just like just jamming like the whole time, just chilling, like in my own little world, bro. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like poor Steven, like this dude, like he'll be like hungry as fuck, like, and I'm like, oh yeah, don't trip, like give me a second, we're gonna go eat right now, like I'm just gonna put this last seam down, like, and we're good, like. Then like fucking 100 seams later, he's just like, bro, are we gonna eat or what? Like I'm hungry. And I'm just like, oh fuck, you're right. My bad. I forgot to take you to go eat. And so yeah, and that's why I love that kid. Like he's never like bitching. He's never like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. So, you know, I ain't shit without my team. You know, I'll be the first to admit that. You know what I mean? There's so many people that want to act like, oh, they're a one-man team and they do everything by themselves, but nobody's a one-man team, man. Everybody has somebody helping them in their corner. You know what I mean? Whether it's a mentor or an intern, whatever it may be, nobody's just, you know, doing this whole shit by themselves. Like,
No,
you
I
know
think
what I mean?
it's better that way too,
I'd
bro.
be the first.
Bro, it's a lonely road, man. I mean, I make clothes here and there, but I haven't built a brand out of it. And for me, it's like a lonely thing, bro, because I do like I haven't found that kind of situation. I mean, it's mostly because I traveled a lot, so like I have a hard time kind of sticking to one place and then kind of building that for myself, right? So, but
No, I feel it.
I think
No,
you say Matt, you're absolutely right, bro. Like, it makes a world of a difference, you know, to have
no, yeah.
that.
No, definitely, bro. Like having a whole team is like, I'm blessed, bro. I'll be the first to admit it. Like, you know, I went from just like a year and a half ago, I was literally like, a year and a half ago, 2 years now, like right when COVID hit, bro. Right when, what was that, like 2020?
Yeah,
20, right? 2020? 21?
No, 2020.
20, right? Okay, so yeah, in the beginning of 2020, put it like this. The beginning of 2020, I was living in like this trap house with no electricity. We had a generator for electricity, and I was like making all my pieces out of there, right? I got my own apartment. Actually, like I moved out of there, and then I was just like sewing, living like it, you know, like the homies' houses, whatever. Then got my own apartment. Then we got our office. Like I met my mentor, and then I guess he just fucked with us. Like I don't know. I don't know what possessed him to like be like, yeah, let me just like fucking join with these young ass kids. Like, but I love it, and I love him for it, because if it wasn't for him, like I wouldn't know half the shit I know now. Like, and so like he just told me like, yo, what's up? Like, you want to get a spot together? And I'm like, for real? Like, you realize we're like 22, right? Like we're some young ass kids. Like we're fucking tiny. Like, no, yeah, of course. Like it's cool. I'm not tripping. Like, you know, I need that. Like I want like young people in the studio. Like I want like creative people. Like, and you know, all the like juices just flowing, and like, you know, everybody chilling. Like, and I'm just like, all right, you know what? Let me talk to my homies, and let me see. Like if we can pull it together, fuck it, let's do it. He's like, no, like, yeah, you know, we'll help each other out. Like, don't trip. Like, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what? Let's do it then. And then so I talked to my boys, and my boys like, yeah, like it's like me, my boy Will, which is my manager also that you met, and then my friend Joey, us three in the downstairs area of the office, and then my mentor has the upstairs area of the office. And so
Would you
Yeah,
guys
like
work together? Do you guys work, like you and your mentor, do you guys work on the same stuff, or he has his own shit and you guys just kind of flow with it?
so no, so that's one of the things that we told him, like, because he didn't like so we told him basically like, yo, like we're gonna all come together, but like don't ever feel like you can't have your own clients or you can't do your own shit. Like you're your own person. Like you don't work for us. We don't work for we're a team, we're still a team, but be like don't feel like you have to like be like, oh, like I can't have a client or I can't do this. Like nah, like whatever you do, that's you. Like, like likewise, same thing, you know what I mean? So he's like, no, yeah, for sure. And so he has his own clients and he does work for some really big people. And it's really sick just to like, that's how I met like my mentor that told me like, fucking a degree is just a piece of paper. Like you don't have to have that shit type shit. And so like through him, like just being at the office and then him coming and then recognizing him, like, yo, like what the fuck? Like, no way. Like I'm like, what? Like, oh, like what the fuck? And then, and finally like I met him and then he really saw that I was about it, like that I was really about the shit. Like he would come upstairs and like I'd be there working and he'd just say what's up. And then like little by little he just like started fucking with me and it was just like damn, just to be able to be like, or like just to be able to call him like the homie is like crazy, like somebody that I look up to. And it's just fire as fuck for sure. So
We're not gonna name drop.
no, I just feel weird. I feel weird, like then I don't want people to be like, oh, this was trying to like get cloud, like nah, just it's somebody really like cool.
That's
And they're dope.
to kind of have. Well, bro, I think it's one of the most like it's eventually gonna happen, right? When you're like when you have people that you look up to that you eventually start working with. It's the type of thing where like you're a rapper and you're like, oh, wow, all these people inspired me, and then the moment that you get to that upper echelon, you're like, oh fuck, these are my
now I'm working with this like touching.
exactly. Like, we working together, so that must be such like a big click in like thing that you've like
definitely, bro, because like it went from like just seeing him at our office, like coming to drop off samples and stuff, and then to like we're like in the like he's in like like we're DMing each other like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, and he's just like, yo, like this shit's tight, like I see you, like I'm definitely like seeing you. Or he's coming to the office and he's like, yo, like I see you, bro, like you're going crazy, like I seen this that you made, or like I see now. I'm just like, what? Like bro, really be watching? Oh shit, like damn, that's tight, like like. And it's just like it's really cool because like how you said, like I went from like seeing this food like on the gram and like and like just seeing how crazy they were going, and then like to this food like being the homie. So that's definitely like different.
Good,
it's
bro.
Super sick for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think LA is the best place to do it, to be honest. It's such a hub, bro. Like this place is it's a clusterfuck of artists and creative people and people that want to
bro. Like in my building that I live in right now, like it's crazy. Like there's so many like creatives and like just like people that like are kind of already up there that like live in the building, and it's like they're like my neighbors and I don't even like know, like, and I'm just like, because the other homie lives in the building. He's like, hey, so and so lives here, and like so and so. I'm like, no, like what the fuck? Like how have I never seen him? Like, oh yeah, bro, like and so lives over here. Like bro, the other day I was doing DoorDash and I literally like DoorDash food to one of my favorite rappers. Like,
no way,
bro, it was insane. Like I was tripping. I was like, what? Like we're like, because I was with Steven, with my intern. We're like DoorDashing, and I'm like, bro, this shit says Rucci. Like, there's no way. Like, and then I had already like ran into him like once, like walking my dog, but I didn't know he like lived here. And then so I like go, I'm like, damn, imagine like this is him. And we pull up to the exact spot where I saw him at, and I was like, what the fuck? I went, I took him the phone, like, oh, it's good. Rucci's like, what? How you know my name? I'm like, bro, like what? I know you. Like, what are you talking about? And it was just like the funniest thing. Like, damn, what are the fucking odds? Like, only in LA, bro. Like, you go do a DoorDash order and you deliver food to your favorite fucking rapper. Like, it's crazy. It's just it's tight. I fucking love it. Like, it's so different than living in Long Beach. It's so sick. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, and you're lucky because Long Beach is still California, and like LA is just so close to it. But like from anywhere in the world, bro, honestly, it's a hub, bro. Like everyone, at least at this time, specifically like at this time, it kind of, like I think back in the 80s, it was like kind of it was growing this and that, and then it kind of died down for a bit. But right now, bro, I feel like everyone's kind of coming back here to just
It's because all the good manufacturers are here in LA. This is the honestly, it's the truth. The best shit's in LA. Like, you really keep it a buck, you know what I mean? Like, the best, like, but or not LA, but like California, like, you know what I mean? A lot of like the good like mills are here in like Cali, like a lot of the fucking, like, we got like the fashion district here, like, you know, of course they got one like in New York, but you're not getting the same prices as you is down here, like, not at all, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wants to move to LA, like, you know, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, you're right, like, this is like right now everybody's like trying to come down to LA. Like, my little homie, he just got down here from Washington, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I want to come out to LA. I'm like, come through, like, let's get it, like, let's run it up, you know? So he's here, like, he skates crazy, like, he's super tight, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like, let's get it. Like, it's really crazy. Like, it's just a whole different atmosphere. It's like you come out and it's just like people everywhere, like, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, where do I even start? Like, where do I go? Like, what do I do? Like, there's so many like little cuts like in LA, bro. Like, we just have like the fire ass food spots, like, you know, the really like the spots that you would think like the least, like, or like, oh, there's nothing here, are like the most like rich spots, I guess you could say, like, with like culture and like everything, like, especially in like the clothing shit. Like, you'd be surprised like where who and whose offices are at, you know what I mean? Like it's like you would think they'd have like a crazy like, you know, office and shit, and it's just like, oh no, we're just down the street. Like, and it's like, what, for real? Like, what the fuck? Like, no way. Like, oh shit. Like, and it's shit like that, bro. Like, I seen who did I ran into this manufacturer, bro, and they did like manufacturing for like Siberia Hills. They were doing like some shit for like, I think like a Mary. They're doing like a bunch of shit, and I was just like shopping around for manufacturers and shit. But it was like a little just hole in the wall, like I'm saying, like in the fucking like warehouse district, just like you wouldn't even fucking think like, oh yeah, Mary comes and does this shit. Like, no, there's no way. Like, it's crazy, bro. I love LA. Like, so many gems. It's just amazing.
Not only gems, but like, man, all the people just, they want to work, bro. Like, compared to at least the place I've been, bro, like a lot of people like don't do shit, but at least the people that I be meeting, bro, like it's young, talented people, and they put fire to my ass, bro. Cause I'm like, dude, you're like 20 and you doing shit like that. I'm like, fuck, bro, I gotta fucking step up my game. And it's just constant, like, not that it's competitive, but it's like you get
like almost that push. Like, you're like, damn, I like, it pushes me to go hard. No, I know exactly what you mean, bro. It's not even competitiveness at all. It's just like, damn, like they're going hard. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I gotta go hard too. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, I know exactly what you mean, bro. I know exactly what you mean, for sure. Because I feel like that all the time, especially like with my homies. Like, we're like always like we'll just be like, oh, like the homie will show me a piece. I'm like, bro, you ain't crazy. Like, damn. And then like I'll come like 2 days later, like, yo, look at this stuff. Like, and he's like, bro, what the fuck? And then we're just like, you know, like not competing, but just like trying to like outdo each other. Like, just like, all right, like you went crazy, but I'm a little crazier. Like, all right, you went crazier, I'm a little crazier. Like, and we're just going back and forth, but out of like brotherly love, like brother, like, you know, just trying to like be the best within each other, like trying to make each other the best at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, push each other, I guess, to be the best.
Friendly, like that competition is the most healthy form of competition.
No, you know? Hell yeah.
Because it's like inspiring at the same time. Like, you get inspired by like people knocking out and doing better and better and better. You kind of,
yeah, bro. And I hate people that like get like offended or shit like that. Like, it's like, I was watching this. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure my phone's not about to die. Here, I'm gonna put a charger on. So I was watching this like documentary, or not documentary, it's like this show from like years ago. But my homie from my hometown was on it. It was like a skateboarding show. It was like with Mountain Dew and stuff, and they were like out skating in like New York. And so like this kid's trying this trick, right? He's like trying it. He can't land it. The homie comes and like does it, right? But kind of as a push, like to like, you know, like, you got this, like, come on, I just did it, like, you gotta land it now type shit. And then they like kicked him off the show for that. Like, they're like, oh, like we thought that was kind of disrespectful that like you took him out like that. And like that, he's like, damn, like, my bad, I come from Long Beach, like in Long Beach we would have took that as a like, damn, I got landed now, like, you know, like and I like that shit just didn't sit right. I was like, damn, like, what the fuck, like, that's crazy. Like, yeah, I'd be pissed, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to push you to like stop being a pussy. And like, yeah, taking it personal, you know?
Tell it, bro. You gotta fucking name drop this pussy ass skater, bro, acting like a bitch.
Yeah, no, I don't even know who the skater was. My homie, my homie Mikey Haywood from Long Beach, shout out Mikey. He's fucking tight as fuck. He's pro for LE. He's like super sick. And this was like when he was young too. So this was like years ago. I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck now, but it was just like that always sat in my head though. You know what I mean? How like we like us, like as a team, we're taking this as like friendly competitiveness, but there's really people out there that like get offended by that, you know? Like,
yeah.
so I don't know, it's just weird to me.
I think-
Steven, can you pass me the phone charger, please?
That's facts, bro. Yeah, I have like, we honestly went over like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to edit.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did. It's like been like 15 minutes at least.
Okay.
But no. So I'm just gonna say one last thing for the homies, bro, and then I'm just gonna stop recording.
Man, shout out my dog Diego.
Hey.
Man, shout out Appetite.
Fuck
Shout out Destroyer. Shout out my dog Steven, my whole team, manager Will. Shout out Long Beach, you know, and shout out all the creators out there really just struggling to make this shit happen. You know, spend their last dollars on fabric, spend their last dollars on them patterns. Keep pushing because that shit's gonna pay off, trust me. You know, and all those other kids that are thinking about buying a machine or thinking about making some clothes, do that shit, man. Like, what you scared of? Not making sales? You're not making sales now. What the fuck you got to be scared of, man? What, you gonna lose $100? You probably spend that shit on weed anyways. What's the point? You feel me? Like, might as well spend on something that could potentially make you something. Like, that's the way I look at it. So I'm gonna just end this with this. For all the designers out there, all the creatives that want to do some shit, man, just do it. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Anything's possible. That shit sounds corny as fuck, but it's the truth. There's a solution for everything in this life except death. I promise you that.
Boom.
Manny out. Let's go.